Voters in Southwest Arizona are casting their ballots today in a special Democratic primary to fill a vacant House seat. Congressman Raul Grijalva represented Arizona's 7th district until his death from cancer in March. The solid blue district is located along the U.S.-Mexico border, and it also includes parts of Tucson and Phoenix. Now, 3 candidates have emerged as the top contenders to succeed him, including his daughter Adelita, a former Pima County supervisor, former state representative Daniel Hernandez, and an influencer and activist known as Deja Fox. For more on this, let's bring in Fin Gómez. He is CBS News' executive director for White House and politics. Fin, very good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
The late congressman's daughter, Adelita Grijalva, is being viewed as the more establishment candidate with endorsements from the likes of Senators Mark Kelly, Ruben Gallego, Bernie Sanders, also Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And then there's the 25-year-old influencer and activist that we talked about, Deja Fox, who is very popular on social media. So what is so compelling, especially when we're looking at Fox versus Grijalva?
Yeah, I mean, there are 5 Democrats in this race, Nancy, but those 2 are getting the most attention, Grijalva and Fox. Grijalva is considered the front runner. She was, of course, the county commissioner, as you said, the daughter of the late congressman. So she has that name ID in the state and in that district. She is a progressive, but has the backing, as you said, of the establishment, the Democratic establishment, while Fox is Generation Z and who has been propelled by progressive groups and progressive leaders like David Hogg, who I spoke to just last week about this race. They want to see more of a generational change within the Democratic Party. And Fox has been using her formidable social media skills. As you mentioned, she's big on TikTok, and that has, to generate appeal to voters in this district. Her supporters say that if you look at local polls, there's a poll that was commissioned by her campaign just 2 weeks ago that showed her within striking distance of Grijalva, which is something like a 30-point swing. So you see some momentum in that direction. So she pulls off this win. It could rattle the establishment, not only in Arizona, but in D.C. and across the country, and some are pushing for a more centrist approach following last of December's big loss to Democrats. But whomever wins in this race, Nancy, will likely win. It's a very, very deep blue district. D plus 13, I think it is.
Yeah, and if it all sounds a little familiar, that's because this election is drawing a lot of comparisons to what we saw here in New York City with the recent Democratic mayoral primary, in which, as you well know, progressive candidate Zohran Mamdani defeated former Governor Andrew Cuomo. So what kind of political message do you think that these types of races could send to the Democratic Party as a whole? And why are we seeing this bigger movement toward the progressive wing of the party?
Well, it's not, I don't know if it's a bigger movement, but it's definitely that there's more of an emphasis because they're the ones the most mobilized. They are the most fired up. Progressives, the progressive base of the party is angry. They are furious at the Trump administration. They're furious at their own leadership in the party. Many are calling for this generational change and pushing out some of those top leaders, or trying to push out some of those top leaders, and to increase the spotlight on key issues that are important to them, like housing. We saw Mamdani win on that, or essentially. Immigration has become a wedge issue, and you're seeing that more and more pronounced in this cycle. And of course, also foreign policy like Gaza, where you've seen progressives break from sort of the establishment perspective in that region. Some are comparing it to the 2010 Tea Party rise, if you recall that, Nancy, where in that respective cycle was the conservatives, that base, really a precursor to the MAGA movement, that were the most fired up. So it's because of that sort of mobilization that you're seeing, that why the progressive wing is getting a lot of attention right now.
Yeah, and we saw impacts from that even still today. Fin Gómez, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.